Silverstone, home of British motor racing, and the first stop on the FIA World Endurance Championship. Built on a former World War II Royal Air Force bomber station, it is susceptible to brutal winds and frigid temperatures. Cops, Maggots, Beckett's, Abbey. Names drivers must quickly familiarise themselves with, or be left in the dust. The winners of this 6-hour endurance race in 2012, 2013 and 2014 went on to become world champions.
The start of the year is always exciting. You find out where you are for the remainder of the year, really. And although different circuits ebb and flow in terms of performance, you get a rough idea of how your season's going to unfold. So this year, it's important to focus on Le Mans again. It's the race that we're yet to win. But in terms of defending the championship, we're keen to do that as well. It's good to have the number one on the car, to be the World Championship team, and to be here at my home race to kick it off as a British driver is fantastic.
Audi, Porsche, Toyota. The competition in LMP1 will be exquisite. Toyota intends to win the championship in 2015 for the second year in a row, as well as achieving their first win at Le Mans. Mike Conway, reserve driver in 2014, now holds a full-time seat alongside teammates Alex Wurz and Stefan Sarrazin.
Looking forward to getting out and getting some laps in, but it's always exciting around here, such quick corners. Closing rates with the GTs and LMP2s are really fast, so you got to keep on your toes around here, that's for sure.
Conway, a former IndyCar driver, compares driving the Toyota hybrid LMP1 to an open-wheel car.
Quite different. This car has got a lot bigger tyres, a lot more power, a bit more downforce. Overall, it's a quicker car, but it's a different way of driving. It's not just single seaters with the hybrid systems and everything. It's quite tricky. You got to manage that and different ways of producing the hybrid. So it's great fun to drive, and with the systems and the development that goes on, it's really interesting. But I loved driving the IndyCar around street tracks and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
In the wake of the pre-season Paul Ricard test, in which Porsche's 919 topped every session, the German manufacturer plans to build on its first solid season after its return to the top level of sports car competition.
Under the skin, of course, the car is a bit lighter. We want to improve a lot the durability of the car, which is the components inside. So lots and lots of small details, which from the outside is not completely obvious.
Fans at Silverstone did not have the chance to see the much-anticipated debut of the Nissan GT-R LM. Nissan announced in March that its participation will be delayed until the 24-hour of Le Mans.
A lot of work, a lot of testing. Of course, we wanted to be here racing, but if that couldn't be the case, because we want to prioritize our testing at the moment, for sure finishing the first Le Mans outing would be very nice. It's very difficult. I've experienced that in the past. A new manufacturer coming in on the first year, finishing it has been tough for our competitors, and it would not be an exception for us. But we've made big progress recently, especially, and the car is quite reliable. So I think it's not impossible to think that we may finish the first Le Mans. And for me, it's going to be very important to see that the car has good potential for that track, because the car has been designed mainly for Le Mans. So until we go there, we will not know exactly if what we believe will work. We'll have to go there to really check it, because everything else is just simulation work we have. And I'm looking forward to driving the car in Le Mans, because as they say, so far we've driven it in tracks which are not totally, that they don't adapt very well to our car, and we know that Le Mans will probably be the case.
The 2015 season of the FIA World Endurance Championship brings some new additions to the field. Chinese team KCMG unleashes its new Oreca 05. And American team Tequila Patron ESM, formerly known as Extreme Speed Motorsports, launches its season on the WEC.
Been quite a process for the boys to get over here and get moved into our shop in London and get here to Silverstone, and just a week of the firsts for everything. First for all of our garage livery, first for all the electronics, all the data stuff for the engineers. First for us, most of us here at Silverstone as well. So it's been a good weekend. Eyes wide open for the drivers who haven't been here before. It's a tough track, 18 corners, and some of the corners look very similar, so it takes you a while to figure out which way the track goes.
The action was hectic from the start, as the pole-sitting Porsche took off in the lead of the 6-hour race, as the Audi of Benoit Trullier failed to pull away cleanly and tumbled back into the pack. But this is endurance racing, not a sprint. Trullier battled back to catch up the leading LMP1 cars, and when he handed over to Swiss teammate Marcel Fassler, he and Porsche's Neil Yarny traded positions countless times. The Porsche 919 Hybrid excelled along the straights, thanks to its extra hybrid power in comparison to the Audi R18, which had the edge in the more technical sections of the track. The two Swiss drivers resumed their battle with an hour remaining, swapping places once more while negotiating traffic. But in the closing stages, the Audi had effectively gained the time equivalent of a pit stop in the lead of the race. This proved critical when Fassler earned a drive-through penalty for lapping a GTE class Aston Martin by using the asphalt runoff at Club. Yarny's Porsche was closing in, but ran out of time to deny Lotterer, Fassler and Trullier their 9th WEC victory. The cars were split by just 4.61 seconds at the finish. Finishing a distant third was the best of the Toyotas, the number 1 car of Sebastian Buemi, Anthony Davidson and Kazuki Nakajima, which led at various points as the fuel stops cycled through, but dropped from second to third after a late fuel top-up.
It was really exciting to do these nice fights with, especially with Neil. I think all through my stints we were always close and we were fighting each other pretty hard but fair. It was a good race with a good end for us. Actually, I don't know why we really got this stop-and-go penalty, but in the end it was a good, and it's happy to be back on the top of the podium. Good work from Audi the whole winter, good development. We're back, that's nice.
The LMP2 class was dominated by the G-Drive team, with the number 26 Ligier of Sam Bird, Julian Canal and Roman Ruzanov taking the honours. The GTE Pro class fell to reigning class champions Gian-Maria Bruni and Tony Wielander in the number 51 AF Corsa Ferrari 458. The GTE AM class was won by the number 98 Vantage of Paul Dalla Lana, Pedro Lamy and Matthias Lauda.